Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Parlay Power Hour. Sorry, wrong show. I'm your host, Detroit Lenny, with Picks and Parlays. We are going to talk some college basketball, some NBA, bonus content. What? Stop. I know. Hold on. Everybody just went, what? Yes. I got 3 NFL props for you guys for the AFC, NFC divisional rounds on Sunday. But before we do that, I got to talk about NoHouseAdvantage.com. NoHouseAdvantage.com is changing the platform, fantasy platform for everybody betting fantasy sports. This is where you need to be. Go to NoHouseAdvantage.com or download the app on all the available app stores and all that. Use the promo code PNP, P-A-N-D-P at NoHouseAdvantage.com. Get up to $50 deposit, first deposit match when you go over there. So definitely check them out. Let's talk some college basketball. We're going to talk, like I said, we're going to talk North Dakota State, Purdue, Fort Wayne at Cleveland State. Hell of a scrappy lineup in college basketball today. NBA, we got Grizzlies at Timberwolves, Raptors at Golden State. And like I said, if you guys hit the thumbs up button, get a little app right in you, we'll even give you some free prop. I can't speak today. It's 3 free props. Okay, folks, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to bring in Chip Chirimbus here to talk some college basketball. Chip Chirimbus, man on the street. I know exactly where you're at, right behind the Las Vegas Aviators.
You're putting an addition on over here, and I got caught in the middle of it. But I'll tell you what, you gave me an interesting college basketball game to deal with here. North Dakota and North Dakota State, and
marquee matchup of the night.
There's a reason I don't deal with these teams that are not like in the major conferences, and this game will personify what I'm talking about because. We've got North Dakota 7-15 coming into this game, 2-8 on the road. They have lost 8 of their last 9, but don't fear, Lenny. North Dakota State, 7.5-point favorites. They're 8-13 on the year, 2-14. They've lost their last 2 after having won 5 in a row. Now, the best part about analyzing this game is I'm a numbers guy, but coming up players' names would be pretty difficult for me. But the Fighting Hawks, I get to mention these teams, the Bisons and the Fighting Hawks. How many times do we get to say this during the year, Lenny? We just really don't. So The Fighting Hawks are absolutely terrible on the road, and that is North Dakota. 18-38 in their last 56. And the Bisons, they're not going to let them get away with that at home. They only covered 7 of the last 27 games and 5-15 against teams with losing records. That's the Fighting Hawks. This is a coin toss with 2 really bad teams. The road team in the matchup between the 2 in the series has won 4 of the last 5. So I'm going to go with winning 4 of the last 5. I'm going to take the road team plus the points. But, we've gone 4-0 the last 2 days, Lenny, with 2 Megabuck winners on Wednesday and Thursday, just trying to make up for that horrible Tuesday. And please forgive me, everyone. We've already gotten that money back and more. And wait till tomorrow when that Fab 5 goes for college basketball action. But the Megabucks are on the roll, Lenny, and I'm really happy about it right now.
Absolutely. I was just going to tell everybody, don't forget, when you're over at picksandparlays.net, you're looking for Chip Chirimbus, any of our other free premium handicappers, use this promo code PLAYOFF. That'll save you 25% off the entire site. Chip Chirimbus is on a roll right now. We're going to keep this train moving. We're going to go to the NBA. Raptors, Warriors -5, over under 234 and a hook. Chip, where are you going with this one?
The Golden State Warriors have been pretty easy to chart if you play against them on the road. They've been absolutely horrible. It's surprising that the NBA champions at this point of the season are 24-24. Toronto, of course, beat out the Golden State, I think it was 3-4 years ago in the playoffs. And maybe there are some memories there, but Durant's gone and Thompson is around now. But Toronto isn't the same team by far, 22-27 on the year. But both these teams are coming off big wins. We were happy to have Toronto as our best bet against Sacramento the night before last. Big-time outright winner. Meanwhile, Golden State was annihilating their opponent as well. But they're 18-6 at home are the Warriors, but not against the number. That's straight up. And, Lenny, is this team starting to have issues? This team, we've had something happen with Curry. He gets thrown out of a game, and we always know we accept that kind of action out of Draymond Green. But now, are they frustrated at being at 500 at this point in the year? I don't know. They've only won 4 of their last 10. And I think that Toronto, the Raptors right now, seem to be up on the rise a little bit. I think they're the side. They have the number 8 defense, although number 2 offense does belong to Golden State. This Curry's unbelievable. How does this guy, I mean, like he's 4 foot nothing, and all he does was score points. Well, I mean, he's just outrageous out there. I love him. He's ruined the game because now everyone stands around looking to make 3-pointers, instead of it's just amazing. 103 of them the other day in the last game. But they're 14-6 against Toronto, against the number. The Golden State seems to have had their number, but they're 0-5 the last 5 games that they've played as hosts. Lenny, it's not a particularly strong play. Maybe you play the total, but until Golden State rights the ship, until I start seeing them put it together like they have in the past, I think they're a go against. And it seems like that way on the road and at home. They're averaging 117.7 points a game. If Curry's on, they're pretty tough to beat. But, right now, I would take Toronto just on how it's not a game. I have a particularly strong play in the NBA tonight, and this isn't it. It's one of them, but it's not my top play. So I'd say take the Raptors in the points, and let's see what happens. Until Golden State can right themselves, I think they're a go against.
That's fair. Got to remind everybody again, use this promo code PLAYOFF to save 25% off the entire site. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen, Chip is just going to work with these birds of prey. They flock together. The Fighting Hawks and the Raptors. That's what we're going with. That's what
How about that?
How about that? Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Chip, I appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks. You put that together pretty good. Take care, Lenny.
Take care, buddy. Take care. All right, guys, we're going to keep this train rolling. We're going to bring in the man, the myth. That's where we stop. Purdue, Fort Wayne at Cleveland State, -4. Over-unders 137 and a hook. Listen, Tim Monroe's a legend in his own mind. All you got to do is ask him.
No, I'm good.
No, really, I'm good. All right, so you heard Chip's take on these types. I don't know how to properly these conference type games.
The small schools.
Small schools. That's Thank you. Small schools. I know you kind of have a different take on the small schools. Can you give us a quick little why and where you're playing on this one? Obviously.
Yeah, I love betting the small schools. It's where nobody wants to go. Because on slates, especially like tomorrow, on slates that you'll see like North Carolina and Duke and Kansas and Kentucky, nobody cares about Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Cleveland State. I'm pretty sure most people won't even be able to tell me where Cleveland State is. It's in Tennessee. I drove by it. So we found out that one.
It's not in Ohio.
It's not in Ohio. Yeah, I thought it was in Ohio for a while. It's not in Ohio. So I always love the schools, and you get the Mastodons and the Vikings.
Come on. Two great logos, by the way. Great logos.
Always have the best names.
Yeah.
But no, I like going after them because normally people don't. People don't like going after these two teams. So as for this game, this total is around a 137.5. I had it more around the 140, 141 range. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one over the total. I do lean a little bit towards Cleveland State just because I have them around a 5-point favorite, but when it comes to this one, I know these two teams aren't over teams because Purdue, Fort Wayne, 7-13 to the under, and Cleveland State 8-11 towards the under. So these two teams are more of lower scoring, lower paced teams, but normally their totals are a little bit higher. They're normally in the 140s, mid 140s. So the total this low, I'm going to go ahead and take it over the total.
That's fair. And I will say this, to your point about the smaller, bigger conference schools, whatever, I think the lines just are not as sharp.
Correct.
Per se, in my opinion, on the small. And this goes across the board, whether it's smaller college football school teams or college basketball, just those smaller schools, I don't think the sharper lines. If you got like a 1 and 2, like, Alabama, and I'm just thinking football and like a Georgia, that line's going to be everybody and their brother's going to bet on it. It's very sharp. But the North Dakota, South Dakota, or like we said, Purdue, Fort Wayne, Cleveland State in this particular instance, I think the line isn't as sharp, and I think you can find angles and advantages.
And the big thing is I don't like to call people the public Joe, but if you're a random person going into a casino in Vegas and you get to look at two games on a board, one of them is Duke, Carolina, the other one is Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Cleveland State. What game is people going to bet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
Well, you kind of summed it up in a nutshell when breaking news, Cleveland State is not in Ohio. It's
Correct.
in Tennessee. So keep that in mind, everybody. But we're going to take the over 137.5 tonight when Purdue Fort Wayne takes on Cleveland State from Tennessee. Use the promo code PLAYOFF, save yourself 25% off the entire site. That is the Power Hour promo. Also, we're going to move right into the NBA because Tim's my guy in the NBA. Grizzlies -3 at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Over-unders 238. I'm not even going to pretend to talk about NBA, so just tell them what to do.
So my best bet on the site is on the side in this game, so I'm not really going to be talking about that one.
Okay.
So I mentioned the whole best bet things with I do want to do the ball and out show, so I figured quick plug
Yes.
there. But I went for a total instead because I kind of went that way. I'm going to take it over. You get two teams that are scoring pretty well. Grizzlies are the number 5 scoring team in the NBA. Timberwolves are number 11. These are two teams that are going to more work towards your higher pace, especially still that Karl-Anthony Towns is still out. Rudy Gobert is beat up. That's going to take away a lot of defense in the middle of the court where you're going to see a lot of action from John Morant. And you're going to be able to get a little bit more of a higher paced back and forth type of game. So I'll go ahead for this one. My best bet's on the side, but I'll go ahead with the over as the free pick for this one.
I appreciate that. And I was going to plug your balling out there soon, too, here because balling out, Tim Earl breaks down all the NBA as long as there's 4 or 5 games a day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to break down 2 or 3 games. But a decent slate. He breaks them down daily. If you guys haven't checked out Balling Out with Tim Earl on the Picks and Parlay YouTube channel, you need to. He's crushing the NBA this year. So I don't know what else to say, but damn it, folks, check out Balling Out. Don't forget, use the promo code PLAYOFF. Save yourself 25% off the entire website over at picksandparlays.net. Tim, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just to recap, we're going to take over Purdue, Fort Wayne, Cleveland State, and we're going to take it over Memphis, Minnesota. Till then, good luck unless you're against me. We're still not done. Tim Earl, you can leave, but don't go nowhere.
Goodbye.
You can leave, but don't go nowhere. All right. I don't know. We're going to bring in Nick Earl to talk about some Sunday Conference Championship football. And he left. I told him not to, and he left. Nick, what are you going to do about your brother, bro?
I don't know.
All right. Listen, let's start this over so you could clip it into an – because right now we're live, but we're going to clip this in actual free pick. So 3, 2, 1, live editing. Hey, everybody. I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. That's Nick Earl Sports Bets. We are going to talk Sunday Conference Championship football. Everybody knows who's playing. Niners, Eagles, Bengals, Chiefs, all Sunday action. Tim's got a couple Nick has a couple free props for you guys that we're going to go over. I'm just going to bring the graphic up, and he's going to go ahead and explain them. Nick, explain yourself.
Yeah, the first one I wanted to touch on is obviously the top 2 there. They're the same name, and it's the name that's been floating around all week long. And whether or not he's going to be healthy, whether or not he's going to play, whether or not blah, 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 the guy's going to be fine. He's going to have the best drugs that he needs to play through this game.
All of the drugs.
And I think this line opened up that passing yards. I think this opened up close to 300, and everybody's question marks on him has dropped it down that much. I think he throws for 300 yards in this game. They're still getting the Chiefs at home, where they play really well. I believe they're 8-1 there this year. This is still the Kansas City Chiefs. And even if he's limited as a pocket passer in this game, Patrick Mahomes is the best pocket passing quarterback in the NFL. So he is somebody that I see will drop back. He'll throw the ball plenty. And I like the over 284 passing yards here. And then we went a little different here. The last few weeks I was targeting certain things. Well, we don't have those opportunities much anymore. So I decided let's go for some big plus money on the couple ones here. These are props. These are the last few. We're in the last 3 games of the NFL season. There are 3 games remaining. Let's have some fun with them here. Yeah, let's have some fun with them here. Let's have Patrick Mahomes give a nice little middle finger to the media and all that, saying, my ankle is fine. I'm going to run one in. Plus 500. And this could also be a simple QB sneak where, or we've seen quarterback direct runs like that, play action, roll out, whatever, where he can just run one in. This could be a pass interference, and they're at the 1 yard line, and he runs one in. Right. We saw that a couple weeks ago. I cashed a play with Brock Purdy doing that against the Seahawks.
Yeah, I remember.
You get that where we get these quarterbacks running in touchdowns. Prescott did it against the 49ers, I believe, or no, against the Buccaneers. So
Bucks, yeah.
So we see this often where the quarterbacks are running in touchdowns, and at plus 500, I do see some value here with Patrick Mahomes, and I know his ankle is not 100%. Guess what? I think it's worth the shot at plus 500. The last one here, we're going to target the 49ers game, and the only part of that defense that is not absolutely elite on that Philadelphia defense is when teams run the ball. And I expect Christian McCaffrey to be a big part of this game against the Eagles. As you guys can maybe tell from my props here, I'm on the Chiefs and the 49ers. Those are my 2 plays for this weekend. I have futures on the 49ers. I think the Chiefs are the right side. I like McCaffrey to score 2 touchdowns here in this spot. You're getting nice plus 350 price tag. I could see them running the ball an awful lot in this game. I like the over in it as well. And I think we see a couple touchdowns from Christian McCaffrey. So that's where I'm going for my big props. Couple big plus monies, and then Patrick Mahomes over the passing yards. Go lighter on the touchdown props, obviously, because these are bigger. These are big plus money steps. That's what they are. They're
and it's sprinkling. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
These are not big plays. Do not bet a full unit on over.
No, we're not going crazy
for the anytime touchdown. The passing yard's fine. That's a minus 110 odds or whatever it usually is.
Right.
But the other ones, take it easy and enjoy the game. So
I'll tell you what, I listen, I'm going to sprinkle on the Mahomes to rush one in, but the only thing I like McCaffrey. I like it anytime touchdowns over 1.5 because he's just as much a threat to run it up the middle as he is to catch it over the middle and on a screen pass or on a flank route, or he'll line up in the slot. He's so versatile. So I love that. Love the Patrick Mahomes.
And he is minus 140 to score one, though. So you have to go over 1.5.
You got to go to 2 if you're going to go. Patrick Mahomes, I think he's going to have to throw the ball a lot in this game to beat the Bengals. I'm on the Bengals side, though, but I do like him to throw the ball over. I'll sprinkle on the anytime touchdown for your reasoning for Patrick Mahomes alone is just to show people that my ankle's fine. One thing I do like in that Eagles, the 49er matchup, besides Christian McCaffrey, is I like his backup, Elijah Mitchell, because I know in him anytime touchdown is like plus shop your lines, folks, all that good stuff. But I think he's touchdown scorer right here, 350. He's plus 350 anytime touchdown. So that to me, I think goal line. You get inside the red zone, Christian McCaffrey gets the ball. Don't get me wrong. But I saw him last week stretching that calf muscle out, and he's injury prone. And if they limit him at all, Elijah Mitchell will get those touches. And he's just as good a runner as Christian McCaffrey. Not out of the backfield catching the ball, but he's just as good as a runner. I kind of like him to get sprinkle. This is sprinkle. Let's sprinkle a little action here. I appreciate it. Good job here on the breakdown.
One more thing with the Mahomes. If you guys do like the Bengals side of this equation, if you think the Bengals win this game or they lead for a while, then more look at Mahomes passing attempts rather than passing yards.
Yes.
Because if you anticipate the Bengals to win, but you think that because that means the Chiefs are going to have to play from behind, you're going to want him to have the attempts more than the yards.
100%. Good breakdown, Nick Earl. Always fun to talk football. As always, I appreciate it. Everybody, don't forget to use that promo code PLAYOFF. Save yourself 25% off the entire site when you're looking for Nick Earl Sports Bets, or any of our other premium handicappers over at picksandparlays.net. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hour, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, good luck unless you're against me or Nick.